This weather has really helped. They're laying concrete. The one area that's not laid yet is the kitchen area, and they had to go in literally. They got we've had a lot of rain. Went in by hand and pulled the dirt back out of it, put new select fill dirt into it, and they're going to cover it this weekend because we expect rain. Next week, by the end of next week, they expect to have that part poured, and that will be the last part of the foundation to be poured. Everything else will be poured except the parking lot, and actually they may work on that next week too. Then walls are going up, roof is coming in, and if you see the big crane, it's because they're using that to put in the roof. 19 days behind, but hey, we've waited for years for this, so we're doing okay.
Yeah, it was the sheriff called them concrete planks. That to me, I would call it the foundation for the roof. I guess what I would call it.
Yeah, that's an interesting way of saying foundation for the roof. But we have the inmates will have a concrete floor, concrete walls, and a concrete ceiling. So it's going to be hard to escape from that place.
All right, and they're using a big crane over there to set those planks in, so that will get them close to pretty much in the dry, I would think, over there.
And I believe we will be as well. And I've got Commissioner Wisenbaker, Beth Wisenbaker, here with us today, and you might want to ask her a question about that, because there will be also on top of that the concrete roof that is part of the cells. There will also be a big roof that will not be flat, that will be over the whole thing, so we won't have the rain problems that we've had with our flat roofs in the past.
When you start seeing the metal roof go up, then we'll really truly get in the dry, because there won't be any leakage. And the really good thing about this is the mechanicals are going to go underneath that metal roof between the concrete or the beams, whatever you want to call them, the ceiling of the cells and the metal roof is where all the heating and air conditioning and your plumbing and your electrical. So that way, remember in the old jail when you went to fix something, it really was a nightmare, especially when it was heating and air conditioning. And now it'll just be a matter of walking up a flight of stairs, and they walk into, it's heated and air conditioned, it's climate controlled. So we ought to get longer life out of our mechanical units, and there won't be always the problems of the penetration in the roof leaking, because you got to put pipes through it. I mean, that's just all there is. And so we're excited about the whole design.
Is it exciting to watch it kind of rise from the ground? Is it real now?
It's getting there. I tell you what, ever since they turned dirt, it became real to me. But it's you know, when you're sitting in $16 million, you better get some joy out of it. And you know me, I do. There's very few things I do that I don't find the positive and the good about. So, yeah, I go over there and I'll walk it and see it coming up, and I know where it's going and how much it's going to save the taxpayers in the long run. So it's a very exciting time for me.
Judge, I guess the next big thing, I guess, is when we actually see the roof beginning to go on the top of it.
Right, and you're talking about the metal roof that goes on top, and it will be should be after they get those concrete. Of course, they have to put those concrete ceilings or foundation ceilings, as you described them. That has to go in first, and then they'll build that, and then they'll be in the dry basically from that point on for machinery as well as inside the jail itself. And that's when we really should make up some of these days. The construction company is still saying we believe we can do it in October, even though we're 19 days behind today. They said once we get in there, we're gonna catch up.
They're bound to have built in, knowing that this time of year that, you're going to have rain and wet and cold and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, they built that into it, but actually Hopkins County's been blessed this year, and we have more rain than normal. Our pools are all full. The lakes are not quite full yet because Dallas keeps pulling our water out, but we are in good shape for rain as opposed to many years we've had lately.
All right. So you're pleased with the weekly updates and the way the information's coming to you and all that? And
I want to tell the public, at 1:30 every Wednesday, we have a meeting over at the Sadako building across from the jail where they're building the jail. It's on Houston Street, and the public is welcome to come to those meetings. It's not a private meeting by any means. Nobody ever comes hardly, but the public is welcome if you want to get an update on what's going on with the jail.